It is almost election day here in the United States, and I think that this iconic photo sums up how wild our elections can get and just how wrong the polling can be sometimes. Now, in 1948, incumbent President Harry S. Truman was the underdog. His approval ratings were absolutely terrible. His own party was split, and the polls, every single major poll, predicted a massive victory for his Republican opponent, Governor Thomas E. Dewey. The whole country was convinced Dewey would win in an absolute landslide. Now enter the Chicago Tribune, a very Republican-leaning paper. Back then, they had an earlier than usual press deadline, partially due to a printing strike. The editors felt they couldn't wait for the final results, and based on the overwhelming certainty from all the polls and political pundits, they made the call. Now, on election night, before all the votes were counted, they rolled the presses and printed the headline for their early morning edition, Dewey defeats Truman. They wrote the entire story as if the election was over and Dewey was the president-elect. They were so confident in the polls, they didn't wait for reality. But Truman won. It was one of the greatest political upsets in the United States history. While the Tribune's paper boys were tossing papers into doorsteps declaring Truman's defeat, the actual vote counts were rolling in, confirming his stunning landslide victory. The best part is how Truman found out. 2 days later, as his train stopped in St. Louis on his way back to Washington, someone handed him a copy of this disastrous first edition. He held it up for the cameras, grinning ear to ear with one of the most famous quotes in presidential history. "That ain't the way I heard it." And it actually reminds me of in 2016 when Newsweek shipped this copy of Madam President, already predicting that Hillary Clinton would win and Donald Trump won in a huge upset. Newsweek only sold about 17 copies though before it was recalled back, but you can still buy them online. And it just goes to show how American politics and American media is just absolutely wild.